In a recent Washington Post op-ed, she defends those who love it, also slams what she calls outrage culture, saying, "I know too many good people in South Carolina who think differently about the flag, but who are not the least bit racist." She also kind of like brags on where she stood when it comes to taking the Confederate flag down from the State House grounds in South Carolina. But I think it's important to remember that it actually took a white supremacist going into a black church and killing 9 human beings, 9 black Americans, for South Carolina's government to do this. She says today's outrage culture does not allow any gestures to the other side. It demands that we declare winners and losers. She says that attitude comes at a big price, and saying sadly she's not sure that in today's political climate we would have been able to remove the flag. And she also goes further, blaming it on what she calls media hysteria, saying that it makes it difficult to have thoughtful and prayerful dialogue with Confederate flag supporters. One more bit here. She says in South Carolina, as in much of the South, the Confederate flag has long been a hot button issue. Everyone knows the flag has always been a symbol of slavery, discrimination, and hate for many people. But not everyone sees the flag that way. That's hard for non-Southerners to understand, but it's a fact. But there's also another group of people. It's a group that today's outrage culture wants to either deny exists or to condemn in the harshest terms. These are people who do not see the Confederate battle flag in racial terms. And she says she doesn't agree with their view of the flag, but she respects them.
This is the most standard political thing I've ever seen.
It's a lie.
Well, there's 2 parts to it. One is I'd like to have my cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Now, while I abhor the Confederate flag because I'm going to run in a general election for president one day, and I don't want to lose a lot of votes based on that issue and lose all minority votes, because later I will tell you, hey, I'm a minority. In fact, in this piece, she talked about, oh, I'm Indian and my dad had a turban, and remember how wonderful minority I am. On the other hand, people who love the Confederate flag, they are the most lovely people on earth. I mean, they're just so good. It's all about heritage for them.
It's the good people on both sides argument that her leader has already given us.
Right. Exactly right. And then to Brooke's point about it being a lie, well, no, the Confederate flag stands for one thing only. It is the rebellion against the United States of America. That rebellion was done because of slavery. They have done a million BS excuses for it. There is no other explanation, and that's just a fact.
Yeah, and it's so frustrating because it can always be broken down. I will give it to Southerners who believe that it was about states' rights. It was specifically about one state's right, the right to own black people as property. That was it. It was about a state's right, sure, one. Yeah. They were looking for one. They were looking to hold on to one right specifically.
It wasn't like they were like, hey, you know what? We really want the state right for on euthanasia or smoking peyote. Okay, no, the state right at issue was slavery. Guys, I mean, we don't this is like debating 2 + 2 = 4. There's no doubt about it. They talk in circular lies. They're like, oh, our heritage, and we're really proud of our heritage. Well,
it's a racist heritage.
Which part?
Right.
Which part? Right.
But okay, I agree with both of you, and I'm not siding with Nikki Haley in the least. But I mean, she did